go places. Emirates NBA Cup action in downtown Oklahoma City. And if you're a Thunder fan, this one did not disappoint. Oklahoma City absolutely putting the clamps on the Phoenix Suns, walking away with a historic 49-point win, which is the largest in NBA Cup history. Everybody got in on the action. The Thunder led by as many as 53 points. And now this group advances to the NBA Cup semifinals in Las Vegas. As we welcome you inside of Paycom Center and into Thunder Live, I'm Paris Lawson alongside Royce Young. And that now marks a 16-game win streak for Oklahoma City, which is the longest win streak now in OKC history. Now improves to 24-1 on the season, which matches the best record all time through the first 25 games of the season. This Thunder team is absolutely rolling.
Absolutely, Paris. And, you know, it's just so impressive just to see the approach of this team day in and day out. You know, we're at shoot-around this morning, the focus level of the team.
Great point.
And, you know, they just really don't skip any steps throughout their day. They're not thinking necessarily about the 17th win. They're thinking about the next win.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they're just stacking games and days up, but it's all along the line of improvement. And you just look at this game itself and the way it played out. You know, Chet Holmgren, again, just the force and physicality he played with in this one. The last two games, Paris, that's 49 points in 48 total minutes on 21 of 28 shooting for Chet. I mean, just incredible efficiency and the diversity in which that he's played with. Obviously, SGA coming back tonight, he was hyper efficient as well. And here's my other big takeaway from this game is, you know, the Phoenix Suns, they're a team we talked about a lot in pregame. They want to play with physicality. They turn teams over a lot. They play very similarly to the Thunder in a lot of different ways. Both teams like to get their hands on you, play, bump you. The Thunder handled that just so much better than the Suns in terms of poise and composure, taking care of the ball, not reacting and doing something dumb like Grayson Allen did. So, you know, in a lot of areas, the Thunder just handled the pressure and intensity a lot better than the Phoenix Suns did.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, they had control of this game from the outset. At no point did Phoenix really get a grip on this game, and that's a testament to how Oklahoma City was playing on both ends of the floor. Let's bring in Chris Fisher and Michael Cage, who called all of the action that we saw here in this Emirates NBA Cup game. Guys, what were your biggest takeaways?
Just another really impressive performance by this Thunder team. Michael, let's go back to Sunday when the Thunder took down the Utah Jazz. And, I mean, that was a blowout. They had all that hot shooting in the first quarter, and that game was over almost immediately. Here we have another 40-point blowout, 49 points. This one a little bit different, a little more methodical, but still they dominated the Phoenix Suns, and they did it on both ends of the floor, both offensively and defensively. Incredibly impressive from the top of the roster down to the bottom of the roster. This was an absolute takedown.
Yeah, and this was a whole lot better team than the last team they played in the Utah Jazz. So give the guys credit for just, you know, understanding what's at stake. Emirates Cup quarterfinal, team wins tonight, goes to Las Vegas to play in the semifinals. And then you look at the other accolades that follows behind that. Paris Lawson brought it up, the 16-game winning streak. You know, you're thinking about that sometimes, not, you know, when the ball goes up, you don't think about it as a player. And then getting off to a 24-1 start. Okay, that's just some of the stuff that was, you know, coming into this game, storylines. And then you look at the numbers, 22 made threes. My goodness, that's a massive number. You shoot 59% from the field. There was only one lead change. That was at the first. Well, a tie. No lead change at all. Just one tie. 34 points off turnovers. Big number. 29 points off turnover last time these two teams met 2 weeks ago. So you see the adjustment. You see the focus. And you see not taking anybody lightly. I mean, this is no disrespect to the Suns. This is just where the Thunder are right now. They're all firing on the same piston. And they show up and they all lock arms. They show up. They step up no matter who steps out on the floor. Because this is not the same team that played tonight that was on the court Sunday night.
Well, I guarantee you that Phoenix had the Thunder's attention going back to that first matchup in late November. And when this Thunder team plays with intent and plays with the precision and the focus that it did on nights like tonight, it's the best team in the NBA. And they just show it night after night after night. But I thought that the focus and the intent was incredible.
Focus is the perfect way to put it, Fish, considering the fact that this was a one-possession game, basically, the last time that these two teams played inside of this building. A very, very different story here tonight. Chris and Mike, thank you so much, as always, breaking it down for us. We appreciate it. There's so much great action in this game. The Thunder had 36 or more points in the first 3 quarters of this game. So what do you say we roll the tape and go from the top? Let's see.
To get back in his game was really working on that quick release.
A season low 89 points for and a season low 39% shooting from the field. I mean, the Thunder absolutely put the clamps on the Phoenix Suns, stifled every offensive opportunity that they had. Meanwhile, offensive efficiency for the Thunder off the charts, 22 made threes, 59% from the field. So really, you look at every margin of this game, and the Thunder won by a sizable amount. Incredible job, incredible focus by this group.
No doubt, and it should be said, I mean, the Suns obviously missed Devin Booker. I mean, this is an all-NBA player, multiple-time All-Star. One of the things that Devin Booker also can do is kind of settle your offense, because he's a great passer, great distributor, and so you can kind of look to him to just kind of settle the game down. And it's one of the themes that we see a lot of times, Paris, against the Thunder, when you don't have not just 1, but 2, but 3, but 4 guys out on the court that can kind of handle the ball, that's when the Thunder can really feast on you, because they can really disrupt your offense when you don't have guys that are comfortable with the basketball in their hands. And that's one of the big areas I think they really missed Devin Booker tonight.
Yeah, and Oklahoma City took full advantage of that one, walking away with a 49-point victory against the Phoenix Suns. All right, let's get you over to the press room so you can hear Thunder head coach Mark Daigneault's takeaways on tonight's win.
Mark, what you like best about the first half in particular, and the run heading into halftime? Just seemed like the rhythm and tempo you were playing with was hard to stop.
Yeah, great tone early in the game to build an early lead, and then we were a little muddy in the second quarter, start the second, and then we closed the quarter really well. Both ends of the floor, great precision on offense, and then really made them earn everything on defense, and it built us a nice lead.
It seemed like you kind of had blinders on to potential distractions and things throughout the course of the game. What's continuing to drive that for the entire team? Because it seemed like everybody's locked in.
Yeah, I thought we had good mental toughness tonight. And it's hard to play with leads. It's hard not to get distracted by the score. And I thought the group to start the third quarter came out, and through the first punch, they did a great job, and that energy continued through the third. And then the group in the fourth quarter did a great job of just kind of playing the next possession. That's how you build habits. You can take steps backwards in a game like that. Even though you may end up winning the game because you had a lead, you don't want to have slippage with your habits. And I thought we didn't do that tonight.
How much did Kaysen have to do with this? I mean, I was joking with somebody. He and Dyson Daniels seem to go back and forth, leading the league in steals, and he gets one like in the first 10 seconds, and then he hits a 3, then gets a deflection off Mark Williams and leads to another bucket. And it seemed like he had kind of got your defense going that was really good, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, he's often guarding the guy that's bringing the ball up. And so he's the first guy that has an opportunity to set a tone on the possession on many occasions, and he does a great job of that, obviously. And I thought collectively we did a good job on Gillespie tonight. Gillespie's played unbelievable, in the last stretch of games for them. He's had a great season, and has forced teams to put him towards the top of the scouting report, especially with Booker out. And I thought Kaysen did a great job early in the game on him, and I thought collectively we did a good job on him tonight.
Also got a little chippy there at the end. I mean, you guys are cruising, beating people. You were, well, maybe word's not the right word, but maybe teams going to kind of get a little physical with you to kind of take you out of your rhythm or something like that?
I mean, we can't control that, but I thought the refs handled the situation tonight well. And those things can get a little squirrely from time to time if the refs don't handle it with a firm hand, and I thought they handled it appropriately tonight.
Chet had a quick pull up over Gillespie early in the game, had a nice floater over Royce O'Neal as well. Just seems like he was really capitalizing whenever he had the smaller guy on. Just what did you see out of him tonight in terms of his decision-making?
Yeah, I thought he was really good tonight. He had a good inside-out blend, hit the threes early. They put guards on him. They had O'Neal on him much of the game after he hit the early shots, and then he gets some rolling. He gets some stuff around the basket, a couple post-ups, offensive rebounds. So I thought he showed the whole spectrum of things that he's capable of offensively tonight, and he was great defensively as well. So I thought he played a really complete game in his minutes.
Yeah, Coach, 16-game win streaks don't happen by accident. What's, I guess, one important thread that you've noticed through this entire win streak?
Not focusing on the win streak. You just got to play the next possession, get better the next day.